Yogender Kapoor is also on the show with me. Yogender Kapoor, also at this point where the US administration led by President Donald Trump is adopting a more protectionist policy when it comes to trade, how are other nations going to react to it? Because, you know, countries like South Korea and Japan and Philippines, both of which have signed a deal just a few hours ago. Again, India at this point of time, you know, moderately dependent, if I don't say hugely dependent, on that very important free trade, bilateral trade agreement with the United States of America. Here there is immense dependency on one nation. Meanwhile, a number of these deals at various levels being signed and then taken forward by the Commerce Ministry from different parts of the world. How do we build an equilibrium? And also, again, this contradiction, while being self-reliant, also working with the world to be in a mutually symbiotic relationship.
Right, Megha. I would like to start with that, the signing of the FTA or the economic cooperation agreements with various countries other than the United States is a step in the right direction. But I think the major challenge before India is the implementation part, because it remains the key. I mean, you cannot have agreements in place and at the same time they are not seen to be moving forward. I'll give an example. In case of India-Australia agreement, it was signed in 2021, but in terms of implementation, it stands at the very place where it started from. So I think it's very important that whatever India may be doing in its best interest, it needs to translate also in numbers. Now, point is that we may be going up the ladder in terms of becoming the fourth largest economy, but if we look at our contribution towards world GDP, I would say that it is so minuscule that it remains below 3%, and it has been like that for years. So the point is that the government and industry, they need to be in sync. They need to see where the things are not moving on ground, because at the end of the day, I think the entire world also sees that is the private investment in its own country increasing on a arithmetic progression or geometric progression basis, which is not taking place in our country. So the point is, when we look at foreign investment coming into India, they also see that are we having the right framework wherein the capital is allowed to be able to grow. The legal system, the framework is such that it allows you to do the business freely. The point is that we are at the threshold where basically the things are not moving the way they should be. And I feel that going forward, it's very important, whether it is the ease of doing business or the cost of doing business, these are important parameters that need to be looked into by the government and industry.